CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. So glad you're with us on this Tuesday. If you live in Timmins, Cochrane, or Iroquois Falls, do you have your snow shovels ready or snow blowers? A winter storm is bearing down on you. And to tell us more about it, let's bring in CTV's Rick Wyman.
Tony, the sledders will love this. 30 to, well, at least 50 centimeters of snow, maybe 30 to 60, depending on where you live, for Timmins, Cochrane, Iroquois Falls, Wawa, and of course parts in between. So again, this is what we've got going right now with the overall projection. We'll take a look at our systems map right now, courtesy of CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca as that system approaches the northeast. We'll take a look at some 5-day weather details coming up just a couple of minutes away. Tony?
Thanks for that, Rick. A pedestrian was killed in a collision yesterday afternoon in Kapuskasing. Provincial police say the incident closed Riverside Drive and McPherson Avenue for 10 hours as officers conducted their investigation. The collision involved a 78-year-old pedestrian and a pickup truck. The individual was taken to hospital with serious life-threatening injuries and later died in hospital. OPP are asking anyone with information or dash cam footage to come forward. Meanwhile, in Blind River, OPP have charged a man after a fatal collision on Highway 17. The collision between a commercial vehicle and a cyclist happened yesterday around 5 p.m. on Cosley Street. The cyclist was pronounced dead at the scene while the commercial vehicle failed to stop. Police found the driver in Algoma Mills a short time later, where he was arrested and his vehicle was towed. A 63-year-old man from Plummer Additional Township has been charged. Police are still looking for witnesses or video evidence of the collision. A man has been charged after the heavy police presence on Pym Street in Sault Ste. Marie yesterday. Police received a report of gunfire in the 400 block of Pym Street just before 10 a.m. While the report was unfounded, police did investigate, finding brass knuckles and a small amount of fentanyl. A 36-year-old man is facing 3 weapons charges and a possession charge. Police in North Bay seized $58,000 in cash and drugs in a trafficking investigation. A 43-year-old North Bay man faces 11 drug trafficking and weapons-related charges after a lengthy investigation. A search warrant was executed on Fisher Street last week after the man's arrest, where police seized a 12-gauge shotgun, more than $13,000 in cash, and $45,000 in cocaine, fentanyl, and oxycodone. 2 teens from the Greater Toronto area are among the 4 arrested following a drug bust in Sagamok early Friday morning. The investigation into a home on the First Nation began in October as a result of search warrants. Anishinaabeg police say they seized fentanyl, 3 cell phones, more than $10,000 in cash, and 1 expandable baton. A 39-year-old Sagamok man was arrested and also rushed to hospital over suspected opioid consumption. An update now on the Near North District School Board. Parry Sound Town Council now wants out of the Near North District School Board, and the area MPP wants the province to take over the board. With the latest, here's CTV's Eric Tashner.
That's carried.
Parry Sound Council is sending a message to Education Minister Paul Calandra. It wants out of the beleaguered Near North District School Board.
I would have to go back to almost day one. The province decided to put Parry Sound District in with the North Bay area. Pretty much we felt like the child under the staircase.
Council would like Calandra to reinstate the former West Parry Sound District School Board as a first option, giving the region a more local representation. The second option would be to join another school board like Simcoe's or Muskoka's.
We don't feel we're being listened to. We contribute a lot of money through taxation into that school board. Between residential, commercial, and industrial, it's over $20 million.
A scorching ministry review found a fractured relationship between school board administration and trustees, an absence of leadership from Director of Education Craig Miles, and the actions of some trustees contributed to long delays in building the new mega school in Parry Sound.
This has just come to a head, and I don't think you could find a person right now that is anywhere near happy.
Among the binding recommendations in the review was for the board to meet with the community in person to discuss the delayed construction within 10 days. The board scheduled that meeting, but then canceled, holding its own reorganizational meeting, resulting in a failure to comply. That, compounded with the passing of Bill 33 last week, have Parry Sound Muskoka MPP Graydon Smith and Nipissing MPP Vic Fideli calling on Calandra to take action by appointing a supervisor to take charge. Its continued inability to follow directives from the Ministry of Education, along with its lack of effort to address the legitimate concerns of parents and students in Parry Sound, is deeply troubling. Newly elected board chair Jay Aspin responded in a brief statement, saying, "Our board is keenly focused on implementing Minister Calandra's binding directions and are now completing arrangements to present an in-person update to the Parry Sound Council next week." McGarvey is eagerly awaiting that meeting and hopes the board will be all ears.
We are serious. We need to be listened to.
Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
Northern NDP MPPs are urging the province to fully implement all 79 recommendations from a recent coroner's inquest into the Constance Lake blastomycosis deaths 4 years ago. In 2021, a blastomycosis outbreak in Constance Lake First Nation near Hearst claimed the lives of 5 people and infected 50 other community members. The NDP says while the deaths were classified as natural, jurors agreed that action is required to tackle environmental contamination.
It's about funding that the First Nation will need to clean up some of these sites, and we need to work all together to hopefully that we can reduce the risk, because really we don't really know where it's comes from. But if these recommendations, these spots that were not named are identified as a potential risk, then we should seriously try to remove them.
The NDP also says the findings highlight the need to address systemic barriers to equitable Indigenous health. Time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. Right now, though, let's take a live webcam shot, courtesy from the city of Timmins. It's of the downtown core. No snow yet. We'll be right back.
Ready to run with the pack? The Sudbury Wolves take on the Sarnia Sting Friday, December the 5th, and you could be in the stands. We're giving away a 4-pack of tickets to cheer on your favorite team. So, what are you waiting for? Enter now at CTVNewsNorthernOntario.ca and get ready to howl. Environment Canada has a winter storm warning for Timmins, Cochrane, Iroquois Falls, and parts in between as well. 30 to 60 centimeters of snow. This is what's sitting across some of those areas right now, and that's what it's going to look like by about tomorrow morning as well. So, as I said last night, more snow to the north and rain to the south. Here are some of the numbers. Sudbury Nickel Belt, rain for tomorrow, 5 to 10 millimeters. Periods of snow on Thursday, -3 your high. Chance of flurries on Friday. Cloud cover Saturday, and chance of flurries come Sunday. Meanwhile, in the Sioux, rain-snow mix, 10 millimeters of precipitation tomorrow at 3. Squalls and snow accumulation on Thursday at -2. No totals as yet. Friday, chance of flurries at 60%, -4. Chance of flurries Saturday, and more of the same come Sunday. Let's have a look now at Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing. Snow at times heavy, 10 to 20 centimeters tomorrow. Another 15 by tomorrow evening. Thursday, periods of snow, -4. Chance of flurries on Friday at -7, -9. Cloud cover Saturday. Sunday, chance of flurries. Take a look at the evening temperatures, -15, -16. Yikes, -21 on Sunday evening. How about Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake? Rain tomorrow, 5 to 10 millimeters. Periods of snow on Thursday, -2, -5 Friday. Chance of flurries. Some cloud cover Saturday, -7. And again, the chance of flurries of -6. Cold weather as well overnight. -12 on Friday, -15 on Sunday evening for the area. North Bay, West Nipissing, 5 to 10 millimeters of rain tomorrow at 5 degrees. Periods of snow Thursday, -2, -5 Friday. Chance of flurries. Saturday, some cloud cover, chance of flurries again. Come Sunday, some of the overnight lows, not as bad as some of the other areas, -11 degrees. So again, Tony, that big snowfall about to approach some areas in the north. Like I said, Timmins, Cochrane, Iroquois Falls, 30 to 60 centimeters in the forecast, according to Environment Canada. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. Frustrating anniversary today for tenants at an apartment building in Sudbury. It's been 1 year since the 5-floor building had a working elevator. CTV's Amanda Hicks reports.
I cry every single day. There's nothing to look forward to.
Over the last year, Shirley Fortin has only left her apartment twice. It's officially been that long since 285 Lord Street has had a working elevator after it was shut down for repairs in November 2024.
I've been so depressed, not being able to go outside and enjoy myself or to get out of here. The company can't come because most of my friends are elderly, so they can't come up the stairs. So basically, I've been living alone and on the phone every single day trying to find a solution to the problem that we have here, or to be accommodated, because management hasn't accommodated us whatsoever.
Fortin and many tenants in the building are either elderly or have a disability, making the daily climb up and down 5 flights of stairs impossible.
A lot of us are disabled, and a lot of us are unfortunately on assistance, but we're still having to pay for things like I get my groceries delivered through Instacart, for example, and that's an extra monthly fee. I get my laundry done because I can't bring it down 5 flights of stairs. People who are on assistance shouldn't be having to pay these extra fees just to get stuff done, just to be able to live with dignity.
The building is owned by Centerville Nonprofit Housing, who did not respond to our request for an interview, but it is run by Luxor Property Management. Gustafson says communication from management has been inconsistent.
We're being told like we don't deserve information. And we're told that, oh, we'll give you an update when we have information, but then we go months without hearing anything. So it's really frustrating.
While the property manager at Luxor declined our request for an interview, they say the elevator service company is collaborating with the TSSA in the hopes of restoring service by the end of this month. But for residents, that deadline is little comfort, believing this repair has already taken far too long. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
And the Technical Standards and Safety Authority said in a written statement it inspected the elevator in September of this year and identified several safety issues to be addressed by the elevator contractor. Once the repairs are completed, the contractor is required to book a follow-up inspection with TSSA, adding the authority has not yet been contacted by the contractor and that the elevator will remain out of service until the Safety Authority can confirm the repairs have been made. The Afro Women and Youth Foundation began its 16 days of activism on gender-based violence. The international campaign kicked off today and aims to raise awareness and promote safety around gender-based violence. The next public event will be held on Zoom, where the organization will offer tools for emotional regulation, mental health resilience, and a self-care session for Sudbury's youth.
We're creating awareness. We're letting people know that we're still here. Things are still happening. Women are still experiencing violence. Many of them are not speaking up, but we have some people who are becoming courageous and bold enough to seek help, but not many of them, and that's still problematic. We need to stop stigma so that people feel supported.
Today is also the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. The AWYF says it's connected to its advocacy to increase awareness on the social issue. As the holiday season approaches, kitchens across the country will heat up with family feasts and baking sessions. This week is National Home Fire Safety Week, and the Canada Safety Council is taking the opportunity to remind Canadians that the most common cause of home fires isn't candles or Christmas trees, it's unattended cooking. Officials with fire services in Sault Ste. Marie say Fire Prevention Week is hosted annually in October, but that safety is something they focus on year-round.
The biggest thing is just keep safety in mind. So keep kids and pets out of the kitchen while you're cooking. Try and keep a 3-foot perimeter around the stove. Make sure you're staying in the kitchen. I know you can get distracted by guests and people wanting your attention, but your attention has to be on the cooking. Making sure that you have timers set and that you are have the proper things ready just in case something happens. Whether you have your lid handy, even having a fire extinguisher readily available is also a good practice to do too.
According to Stats Canada, almost a third of fires from 2015 to 2021 were related to cooking. During that time period, it was the leading cause of fire incidents and injuries at 32% and 43%, respectively. 25 years later, coming up on CTV News at 5, the Centre for Life in Sudbury is marking a milestone. So, what services are under one roof? A special anniversary today in Sudbury for a vibrant space supporting people at every stage of life. With more on that, here's CTV's Alan Everson.
Built in 2000 on Durham Street in the heart of downtown Sudbury, the Centre for Life is celebrating 25 years. The largest tenant in the building is the YMCA.
25 years ago, this was a groundbreaking concept to bring partners together under one roof. It has been resilient, it has been relevant to the community, and it will be for the future.
HSN also has an upper section of the building where it offers a referral-based cardiac and pulmonary program. The building is also home to many programs and activities for older adults at the Parkside Older Adult Center.
In one facility, you have all the health and wellness needs addressed for people as young, from infants all the way to seniors. So it's a great facility, and we're all doing our part to make the city a little bit better.
At the celebration, Sergeant Matt Hall of the Greater Sudbury Police received a YMCA Peace Medal Award.
This is a truly great award to win. I'm very humbled and honored.
He was recognized for building relationships downtown, fostering trust and collaboration, while addressing challenges with compassion and professionalism.
We have to develop those relationships and maintain those relationships. There's a lot of work that goes into that, in maintaining relationships. And then the team I have, the 8 officers and 2 clinicians from HSN, we go out every day in the downtown core.
Officials say the anniversary is a celebration of the Centre for Life's lasting impact on the community. And moving forward, it will be key in the revitalization and revival of downtown. Alana Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
Northern College's Haileybury School of Mines struck gold, so to speak. It received more than $91,000 in critical automation and control engineering equipment from Endress and Hauser, based out of Sweden. The donation will provide students with hands-on experience on key pieces of advanced industry standard equipment. The school says with a projected demand for automation and control engineering professionals, the money will curb the shortage of skilled workers. A rare Tuesday night tilt in the NOJHL and a key 2 points on the line for the teams playing. The Timmins Rock will play host to the Espanola Paper Kings. The Paper Kings need 2 points to tie the top-rated Sudbury Cubs, while the Rock need 2 points to tie the Paper Kings. Timmins has the edge as they've taken points in all 10 of their last 10 games, winning 9 of them. Puck drop is 7 p.m. at the MAC. It's a popular segment right here on CTV. When we return, Take Me Home Tuesday. You're watching First at 5.
Welcome back to Take Me Home Tuesday for another week. And tonight, again, I don't know how Emma Bailey does this at the Sudbury SPCA. It's just a constant patrol of beauties on the show. Welcome, Betty, if you will. How do you do this week after week? We've got whoever comes up on the stage here at the station is a real beauty, and we've got a showstopper here tonight.
Absolutely. They just like to show off with how adorable they are, I swear. So this is Betty. She's 9 months old. She's a chocolate lab bulldog mix. So she has so much love to give. She has the wonderful qualities of a lab and the fun size of a bulldog. So she's about a medium-sized dog and might get a little bit bigger as she grows, but she shouldn't get too much bigger. But she's looking for a home that can keep her active, maybe work on some of her training that she likes. She doesn't know how to sit so far, but we're still working on some other commands. And then other than that, just a home without smaller kids. We're looking for older kids or just an active family looking for her.
Or as someone suggested here at work, Rick, this is the perfect dog for you. Well, I've got 2 small ones, and you never know. Betty's quite the keeper. The red flags when people hear the term bulldog. All bulldogs are not the same, but as we can see with Betty, very sociable, gentle, quiet. Why is that? A lot of people have a tendency to back off from a bulldog breed.
Absolutely. There's a lot of stigma around bulldogs as well as some other breeds. But we do see in the center those mixes and those bulldogs or whatever breed they are, they always show so much love. Like, she has so much affection to give her family. She's very sweet, and even though she has those bulldog qualities, like her face, she looks more like a bulldog. And we even see some people who will cross the street if they're worried about the dog, and that's totally fine. People can have their reservations. But we just want to assure everyone that Betty is incredibly sweet. She's very loving, and she has a lot of that lab personality as well, and she just, despite her not her species, but her breed, she's always perfectly looking for her home.
Okay, perhaps we can find a home for Betty this evening on Take Me Home Tuesday. Why not give Emma a call at the Sudbury SPCA? She's a winner, folks. You never know. Just give Emma a call and let's find a home for Betty tonight. We're back with more Take Me Home Tuesday in 7 days.
Our first community close-up comes to us from Sault Ste. Marie. Ann Steinberg sent us this photograph. She says last week she was raking leaves in her yard and uncovered this dandelion. She says, endless summer? To Swastika near Kirkland Lake, Raymond Bourgeois says with so much snow in her yard, it's nice to dream about summer. She and her husband made and painted these pileated woodpeckers. Those are so well done. Great job, Raymond. And you probably know this, but we are still in fall, and Ted Gunn of Sudbury captured this photograph of the local landscape. He snapped it at Fielding Park in the greater Sudbury community of Lively. Thanks so much for this, Ted. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.